Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Let me know what you're up to. It was raining this morning, so I came to the park a bit later than usual. But the smell in the park is very, very pleasant now. People are walking around. Dogs are walking around. There's 2 dogs coming my way. Oh, 3 dogs coming my way. And good morning. I love when I go to the park and I just say hello to people randomly. It's a very nice community around here in this part of England. So anyway, yesterday I said that I would talk about procrastinating in your business. However, I'm going to quickly talk about this because I want to focus on the energies at the moment. Because the energies have been up and down and they're affecting a lot of people. They're affecting me. So yeah, procrastinating in your business. So the worst thing you can do in your business is to procrastinate, is to leave something that you can do today for tomorrow. And tomorrow say the same thing to yourself. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Okay? So when I had a full-time job, I always procrastinated. And I used my job as an excuse. But in all honesty, it wasn't... two people are loving each other. To be honest, it wasn't only the fact I had a full-time job. I was just tired. I was a quantity surveyor before I resigned. And I used to get a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, a lot of messages and all that. And at the end of the working day, I was already exhausted. And over the years, I started so many projects and I didn't finish any of them because I was just tired. And as soon as I quit my job, I just couldn't be bothered to procrastinate anymore. I was like, no, that's it. I'm getting things done now. And I did. I created the Manifestation Academy. I wrote 3 courses at the beginning and 3 coaching programs. And it turned out that, it was my job that sort of made me procrastinate. And the other thing is, when you don't work for someone else, there is no one to hold you accountable. So you have to hold yourself accountable. And that can be a bit tricky while you're transitioning from the 9-to-5 life into running a business. So one of the courses that I've got on the Manifestation Academy for wealthpreneurs is exactly that: how to stop procrastinating in your business. It's a short and sweet course. And it's very useful for businesses to sort of help them stop procrastinating in their business. We all have ups and downs in our business. Sometimes we need to take a step back and just not do anything. It's not a question of procrastinating, but a question of self-care. Because when you run a business, it can feel quite overwhelming at times. So, if you feel really, really tired and you just don't have the energy to do something, take a step back, take a few deep breaths, ground yourself, and just do something that you enjoy, going for a walk or having a cup of tea or read a good book. Because self-care, it's not procrastinating. Self-care is taking care of you. Self-care is self-love. So there is, I'm just when I'm saying this, I'm realizing there's a fine line between procrastinating and self-care, okay? And only you can make the difference, I suppose. You can only you can define the difference. But if you were saying to yourself, oh, I can't bother to do it today because, I don't know, there is something to watch on TV, that is proper procrastinating, okay? You find an excuse not to do something. And this excuse might be because you are afraid of something. You are afraid to show up on social media. You are afraid that you might fail. There's lots of reasons. My phone is doing something. Anyway, come on. Off. Anyway. Right. So, my phone is warning me. I think I removed it. Right. So, as I was saying, a lot of activities in the park this morning. So, as I was saying, one of the things, another thing that I actually have on one of the courses I've got on my Manifestation Academy is how to overcome fear. And even though it's a very basic and course, it will still show you sort of like a step by step guide as to what you can do to overcome fear, because only you can take positive actions in order to overcome fear. And then overcoming fear is something that I talk about in a bit more depth in the Manifestation Academy for wealthpreneurs. Right. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about today is energies. So, like I said earlier, energies at the moment, for whatever reason, are going up and down. Well, actually, I do know the reason. A lot of things are happening. We're going through a massive shift. And even though, light workers are very good at sort of shifting our mindset and working on ourselves, sometimes it's difficult. Okay, so for example, it started last week. I feel like I've been tested how I deal with negative energy. And because I usually avoid negative energy, but sometimes negative energy is part of our life. So as much as you try to avoid it, it's all around us. And sometimes the universe is going to create some kind of situation just to see if you're on the right path, and just to remind you that not everything is pink and fluffy. But what you can do if something like this happens, just step away from the situation. Say it to yourself out loud, or in your mind, or write down how you feel. But because only by acknowledging and being honest with yourself about your feelings, you will be able to release and let go. And meditate, journal, talk to someone who is on your wavelength, which I know it's difficult because not a lot of people are energetically aligned with light workers. So go out in nature, listen to your favorite music. It's going to be like this for a while. One of my friends said that a lot of people will be exposed in the next couple of months. I think she said next couple of months. And it's just one of those things, the way to success is not easy. the more you succeed in your business and in life, the more people will target you because they simply feel threatened by your light and by your power. And that's just the way it is. But these are the things that I also teach at the Manifestation Academy for Wealthpreneurs is, letting go of negative energy, learning to focus on you, self-love, self-worth, and shifting your mindset from negative to positive. Because this is an important skill to know when you run a business. Social media is full of scammers, full of negative people. I talked about scammers, I think it was last week. I did a video, and it's up to you to protect your energy, okay? And if you feel sometimes like you want to scream or cry, go for it. It's crying is purging, and screaming is always screaming. It's a good way to release what you're holding inside of you. I personally find it very releasing to scream during meditation. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. There's lots of people, good people that can help you, energetically. I'm an energy worker myself. But if you feel in a low vibe, don't be kind to yourself. At the end of the day, we're humans. We still live in the 3D. And the 3D affects us more or less, whether we like it or not. But better things are coming. Oh, hi, Jules. Hi, Jules again. I'm talking about negative energies again. Well, it's just the energies are going up and down. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. And I wish to everybody a beautiful Sunday. Have fun, and I'll see you soon.